Hello, I'm Tess List, and you're at my blog, 360.yahoo.com/TessList. We're discussing excerpts from my book, Not Forsaken, Suffering Without Losing Heart. The book is available at cafepress.com/TessList, and you can email me about it or anything else at tesslist@gmail.com. Today we're talking about being children of God. When we suffer, we forget who we are. We are children of God. The problem comes in when, due to pride and petulance, we consider ourselves to be adults of God, not children of God. As adults of God, we judge God. Do we like His plan of salvation? Don't we want to pick up the pace a little bit? Maybe. Couldn't we just ask God to use a lot less suffering in the world? There's an idea. Sadly, as adults of God, we know just enough to be dangerous. We want to reject reality. We don't want a real man named Adam to have plunged us all into godless suffering, and we don't want there to be a concept called godly suffering. We don't want Christ to have died for us and to have lived for us. We don't want love to dictate certain extremes, such as loving every neighbor or loving God even more than we love ourselves. We can actually read the paragraph I just read without shame. In fact, in pride and perturbation, we tend to cry out, "Yeah, God, use the magic wand already!" Therefore, and thereafter, we hope from the bottom of our souls that God has a magic wand, because we're too frightened to live in a wandless wilderness of life and death. Being an adult of God is, plain and simply, being a sinner. We are perturbed by Him, we've lost all of our perspective, and we're too proud to face Him. We are utterly mired in sin and cannot clean ourselves. What's this about being children of God? God cleanses us from this adulthood where we think we know better, and restores us to being His children. Remember the words of John in 1 John 3, verses 1 and following. See what kind of love the Father has given us, that we should be called children of God. Because He loves us, we're called children of God. And so we are. It's reality. So we are. As children of God, we can sit and be wrapped up in the reality that God loves us. We are precious children, doted on by His love. Not a love in which no suffering ever occurs, but a love of godly suffering, a love in which no abandonment ever occurs. We may not want to suffer, and we may think that suffering means we've been abandoned, but we're going to struggle with the category of being suffering, yet admitting that it's godly suffering that points people back to a God that never would abandon them, and points unbelievers to the fact that there's a God loving them and wanting to come care for them. Thank you. Again, I'm Tess List at gmail.com. You're on my blog, 360.yahoo.com /TessList. And my book is available at cafepress.com /TessList. Thank you. Bye-bye.